Hello and welcome to Codeavour Training Bootcamp. I am Vivek from Codeavour team, and in this live session, we are going to explore the wonders of ChatGPT. I hope you all have registered for the Innovation Fest Codeavour 5.0 International. If not, do check out the registration video linked below in the description box. And if you're registered successfully, give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Perfect. So let's get started with today's session. In today's session, I will be introducing you to ChatGPT or GPT, and we will also be making our own GPT assistant. So this session, we are going to cover what is ChatGPT, functions of ChatGPT, and activity of GPT assistant, in which we are going to make our own GPT assistant. So let's understand what exactly is ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is one of the most trendiest and in vogue or hot topic in technological era. And why is that? Because ChatGPT has, I would say, rewritten the whole story or the whole concept of artificial intelligence. And the reason behind that is ChatGPT is a kind of a tool, an AI tool, which is providing answers, or which is, not just answers, but it is providing a platform by which you can learn, explore, and you will be able to literally get a lot of help throughout your work. I have seen a lot of stories of a lot of people who have been posting on LinkedIn and other social media platforms that they have used ChatGPT 4 or ChatGPT 3 for their own benefits. Like they asked ChatGPT, they gave ChatGPT a whole scenario that this is what the scenario of my company looks like, and I wanted to plan out a business thing, and I wanted to plan out a whole business plan which will help me to grow my own company. And legit ChatGPT has done that work for them, and they have seen some drastic change in income, in profits, in their business. So I would say ChatGPT is a type of a platform which is something that is very useful if used in a very, I would say, professional or friendly manner. Professional or friendly manner, I would say that. But if you are misusing it, then of course it can be dangerous as well. Everything can be dangerous if used, if misused. So now coming to what is ChatGPT exactly? So ChatGPT was developed by OpenAI, which extends the GPT-3 architecture for interactive conversations. So you can have interactive conversations with ChatGPT. You can ask them, you can ask the ChatGPT to write an email for you. From drafting an email, it will be, also suggesting you what you can do to grow out your business or to earn more profit. It is designed for dynamic and engaging conversation that can mimic human-like language. So, of course, it won't be like 100% human-like. I would say that even if you are, taking help of ChatGPT to write an email or write a video script of any video that you are making, or help you in your project, you can say that it will help you out in idealizing. It will give you a rough template or a draft, or a good draft actually. In some cases it will give you a good draft, but that 100% natural, the human touch will not be there. So that is something that you have to review and add it up yourself. So that is, I would say, it is trying its best till now to mimic that human-like nature, or human-like tendency, or human-like dynamic or engaging conversation, to have that human-like conversations. But till the point, I don't think so it is 100% at that level. So of course, more updates will be coming up, and then we all would be love we will all would love to see the new GPTs that will be coming up, and GPT architecture that will be coming up, and that will change the whole game for ChatGPT. Then the third point says diverse applications such as customer support, content creation, tutoring, and then creative writing. So it's just, the applications of ChatGPT that in what ways ChatGPT can be useful. So I think that is what comes up here. Customer support, writing emails, anything you asked ChatGPT to do, it will do it for you. I'm being honest with you. A lot of times when I had um, my time, which is pretty low on my head, and I have to complete the task, and the deadline is very near. So I would, of course, take help of ChatGPT to write an email or to do anything, any work for me, or to suggest me to what kind of things I should add in that particular presentation, or how should be the session flow and everything. I can, of course, ask ChatGPT for that as well, and it will suggest me. It will give me some good suggestions as well. But I think ChatGPT can be used in various applications, but of course, uh, at the end, you have to be the one who will be reviewing it, finalizing it to make sure that the human touch is being added to it. So that is covering the third point. The fourth point says ChatGPT represents a step forward in AI-driven conversational systems. That is something that I want to talk about in depth. So ChatGPT is a step forward in the AI industry, specifically in the conversational systems. Though ChatGPT right now is not like a voice assistant, it's just a text-based assistant for you. But you can say text-based assistant can also be, you can also call, sometimes people were calling Google as text-based assistant because Google was helping and giving answers. But I would say it was not drafting an email for you. It wasn't drafting an email. It wasn't making whole plans for you. It was not doing creative writing or content creation or customer support, making business plans, session flows. No, that is something that Google was not doing. So people who tell me that Google is type of a AI driven conversational system, I would say it is not. Rather, I would say Google Home can be a conversational system, but it is speech recognition system. That is what I usually will categorize it into. So that is the difference between conversational system and speech recognition system, or speech recognition or speech conversational system. So try to understand the difference between that, because ChatGPT is a text-based or textual conversational system, not a speech-based one. So it is a very vast or a very big step in this particular conversational system industry, because now I can literally ask anything to ChatGPT and I will be getting the answers itself. I don't need to worry about anything. I can get the answers. Of course, I have to thorough read everything and have to make some good changes as well, or maybe give more inputs from my end to ChatGPT for getting better outputs from ChatGPT. So that is something that you can do. So this whole thing covers what exactly is ChatGPT. It is just an interactive conversational system that is developed by OpenAI, which is following GPT-3 architecture for interactive conversations. It is designed for dynamic and engaging conversation, and mostly it is now being thoroughly been reprogrammed and thoroughly been a lot of updates have been coming through so that it can mimic the human like language or mimic the human behavior. I would say not behavior means thinking part, like how human thinks and write. That is something that they are trying to mimic and let it come out. So yeah, that covers the whole concept, and I hope you were able to understand what ChatGPT is. And if you have used ChatGPT, then of course I would love to hear in what ways you have used ChatGPT in the comment section. In the comment section, so do comment down below and let me know in the chat box in what ways you have used ChatGPT and how it has helped you. All right. Now coming to functions of ChatGPT in Python interface of PictoBlox environment. So now I will just, these are the functions that are available in ChatGPT Python interface of PictoBlox. I will quickly take you to one of the page, which is, I would say, one of the best page, and you will of course be only be knowing about these pages, such pages in our sessions only, and these pages will definitely help you out in winning Codeavour. So I'm quickly going to take you on that page, and then I will explain you more about it. So this is the page I wanted to show to you guys. This is the PictoBlox extension and libraries page. Usually I call it as PictoBlox encyclopedia page because here you will be able to find out all of the extensions and about them. So advanced line following robot, the quirky one, the block even as the Python functions are explained in depth, then motion palette, looks palette, sound, operators, variables, face detection, text recognition, computer vision, chat GPT. Every extension over here is very well explained. Same for chat GPT. Over here, you will be able to understand that it's you have introduction, then the PictoBlocks blocks, then block coding example, then you have Python coding example. So this is something that you can check out, and you will be able to understand that how exactly you can use such extension to enhance your project that you're going to submit for Codeavour. So let's head back to the PPT. So these are the functions I was talking about that are there in the chat GPT. I will just, we will be using some of these functions, and the functions that we are going to use in this activity that we are going to make in just some time. Those functions, of course, I will be explaining in depth. So these are the functions, and of course, without further ado, let's get on to the activity. So this is the activity. The activity that we are making today is of GPT Assistant. This activity is an engaging activity, interactive activity, which is focusing on generative pre-trained transformer, which is GPT, aka GPT. And what we are doing is we are making Toby as our GPT assistant. So GPT assistant will be our Toby sprite, and Toby sprite is the sprite in which we will be doing all of the code. Of course, you can choose any other sprite also. You can modify the code as per your likings. You can do that. Feel free to do that. But this is something that we are going to do. All right. So now let's open PictoBlox and start with the code. So once you open PictoBlox, all you have to do is switch to Python interface by clicking on go ahead. And this is the Python interface there on your screen. Now let's start up with the particular activity of GPT assistant, that what exactly we need to do to make this activity successful. As I always say, first of all, we have to plan out the whole thing, that what exactly we want to do. So we want the Toby sprite to ask us, what would you like to ask? And then using the ask on ChatGPT AI assistant prompt, we will be passing on that prompt or question to GPT, the AI assistant, and then getting the answer. That is something that we want to do. So the first thing that we want to do is load in the GPT extension. So for that, I will be just writing GPT equals to chat GPT, where C will be capital and GPT will be capital. So yeah, after loading in this extension, let's load in the, if you want, you can of course load in text to speech also, then it will, you can make Toby sprite speak the answer as well. You can do that. In the PPT, if you might have seen the GIF that was there, in that I have used speech recognition as well as text to speech extension. You can use that. You can, of course, as I mentioned, you can modify it. But here we are going with a little simpler form. We are just we are going to just make Sprite say rather than making it speak. So what I'm going to do, now I'm done with the part of loading in the ChatGPT extension. Now I will make one variable and name it as, either you can name it as prompt or you can name it as question. This is where your question will be stored. So you can name it as prompt also, because you type a prompt to ChatGPT and based on that prompt, you get response. But over here, as I mentioned, we're going with simpler terms. Let's go and take prompt as question. So question in this particular variable, we are going to store the question that we will be asking the user to input. So what I will write, sprite dot input. So with this, I will be taking input of the particular user who's going to use my GPT assistant. So now I will just be typing, what would would you like to ask? So basically just asking like, what would you like to ask? Then after this, the answer will be stored in the answer block. So let's do one more thing. So we are going to first of all pass this particular question to ask on GPT function. So what this ask on GPT function is all about. So this ask on GPT function will be, you will be getting, um, option. There will be two values. First will be what type of AI assistant you want to choose. You can choose AI assistant, or you can choose ChatGPT, or you can choose, there are funny assistants also. That is something that you can, of course, once you explore the extension page, you will be able to understand various functions that are there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to type in GPT dot ask on, in which A will be, of course, small, ask on chat GPT. And in this, I'm going to type AI assistant. After typing the AI assistant, that this is type of the assistant, I will be passing on the question, which is this. So I will just type QUES. Okay. So over here we have asked whatever question the user have input, that question will be stored in this variable named as QUES, short form of question. And then we are passing on this question to ask on ChatGPT AI assistant. So AI assistant will answer this question. And now we need to store the answer somewhere, right? So that our Toby sprite can say that answer. So we will just make one more variable, name it as ANS, in which we will be storing the chat GPT result. So let's do that. We will just simply write GPT dot chat GPT result. So this is where the result will be stored. And after this, what you can do, you can just simply write sprite dot say ANS. So it will be saying the answer. So if you're using text to speech, what you can do, I'm just writing it down in comments. TS equals to, first of all, you of course have to load the text to speech extension. So that is something that you have to load in. So after loading text to speech extension, after the sprite is done saying, you can just type ts.speak, and in which you will be asking the sprite to speak the answer. That is something that you can do to make it more interactive, and you can modify it, of course, as per your likings. So yeah, now all you need to do is first save the project. I always tend to save my project before testing it out. That is something that I do. And when you are coding and you think the project is going to be a long project, because usually Codeavour projects are pretty long. So, make it a habit that you are saving the project time by time so you don't lose it by mistake. That is something that you should take a note onto. So let's just type GPT assistant and py, and then save it up. Of course, make a folder, be organized, save all the projects in a particular folder so that you will be able to access the projects later on when you will be revising the concepts for the competition. It will help you out. Okay, now let's run the code and let's test it out. Hit on run, and you have to just wait for the model to be loaded in. And once the model is loaded, then of course you will be you will be able to see that what exactly the output looks like on the stage. So as you can see, it is asking me to enter what would you like to ask. So I will just ask what is whatever. Let's see if GPT AI assistant knows what is Codeavour. So please try after some time. Okay, let's click on run again. Maybe give it some another question. Let's try out that. Let's look into it. Okay, let's just type what is AI? Please try after some time. So let me just double check if I am signed in or not. Yep, I am. Okay. So of course, that's not a problem. If you get anywhere stuck like this, that's not a problem at all. All you need to do is just check out the code and check if there is any error that might be occurring while execution. So ask on ChatGPT AI assistant, and then we are passing on the question, and then we are storing the answer in the answer.chat. Answer equals to GPT dot chat GPT results. It is being stored over here. Then we are making the sprite dot say the answer, and yeah. So the problem was with the extension from the backend, but it is now being resolved. So let's click on run. Then Toby will ask us what would you would like to ask. So you is missing over here. I will change that. So let's say, what is AI? So you can see the answer is over here. And after that, it stops the program. So let's just change this thing. What would you like to ask? So yeah, That is it for this activity. You can save the activity in a dedicated folder or your desktop. That is something that you can decide. Now let's head back to the PPT. Now, till now, if you haven't joined our Telegram or WhatsApp group, you can do that by scanning the QR code that is there in front of your screen, or by clicking the link in the description box below. So on the official site also, the WhatsApp group and the Telegram group links are provided at the bottom. So you can check it out and join our WhatsApp or Telegram group. With that, if you also face any queries during the session or after the session, of course, you can reach out to us over there in that group. As well, you can mail us on codeavour@thestempedia.com. So I hope everything that was explained in this session is clear to you all, and I hope you have learned something new. If so, then make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that it will motivate us to bring you more such videos and more such sessions that will help you guys to brush up your skills to win the Codeavour competition. So thank you so much for tuning in for this session. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.